There is no person of African ancestry biologically anywhere on earth in the past, today, and times to come who has no totems. If anyone claims to be totemless, they have lost their totems, or their totems are inactive. The metaphysical and spiritual makeup of a people is manifested through totems. How? Because they extrapolate one's identity beyond their tribe and include milieu behavior and way of thinking. Why you need your totems? Where are your totems? What is your totem? How to recover your totem and how to activate it. Totems are in your blood and soul. However, it is impossible to divulge in public how one can activate their totems due to metaphysical dangers. Let us prove a few facts today. Totems are a cultural heritage of all indigenous people on earth. And two, there is danger in publicizing the activation codes for each totem. The dangers. Some practice sorcery and they may, through singing and chanting your totemic codes, for instance, send out your own totem to kill you or harm you as their enemy. The totem enters into your viscera via the transmission and also discovers your weak areas and your weak points. The transmission of the individual totems to novices was therefore prohibited in ancient times. But you must know your basic totems and the primary poetry associated with them. Otherwise, you are extremely vulnerable, even from simple yet dangerous enemy thoughts. The other way of chanting and speaking about your totems is included on this Pinterest posting, Chameleon Rainbringer. I ask for your wisdom. Teach me to blend with my environment and to know when I must show my emotions. Raise my awareness of all that surrounds me, that I might see and understand, striking at the precise moment opportunities present themselves. May I move with balance and stability, seeking always the signs which will lead me to the place where I might accomplish the greatest good. Chameleon, I call on you. Another one, which we must all know, but don't use this word harass. It's a wrong word. It's a wrong chord. It's a wrong tone. The proper one is hore su. The context of this, for those that understand hore and su, who know that the context, they explain. Unfortunately, many Egyptologists explain the context correctly, but the names are all wrong. Oh, Sky Lord, holder of both moon and sun, great falcon, which is my totem. You find also this used on many other symbols, flags, and companies because of the energy that this brings. These signs wavelengths are all energy. Who flies the horizon? That's energy. Teach me the ways of law and victory. Teach me of kings and light, of triumphant flight, and of the dawn. That's very critical and very important. Around and beyond totems. Totemism is a complex way that molds behavior, and it is based on a worldview drawn from nature. The ideological, mystical, emotional, reverential, and genealogical connection of totems goes way back to the original and first ancestor. Thus, the relationship works well in welding social groups or specific persons with animal-based vibrations. That energy is in you. Dreams, energy traits, or natural objects, the so-called totems. Thus, at the end, our Bantu identity does not at any time escape the taboos or consequences of violation of these taboos of totems. The word totem was introduced in 1791 by a British merchant and translator who gave it a false meaning, thinking that it means a guardian spirit. It does not. It is a vehicle of the ancestral energy or ancestral spirit. The domicilion of that is your totem, as explained and shown here. There is just too much in this picture that we have shown. Let us look at some other Bantus in the diaspora and prove that they too had totems. Among the Wiradjuri, an Aboriginal group who traditionally live in New South Wales in Australia, totems are divided among two subgroups and corresponding matrilineal moieties. The group totem named flesh is transmitted from the mother. That's what we have always said. In contrast to these individual totems, only come from medicine men and are passed patrilineal. So from your father's side, you always get your skills, your abilities, and your hand, what you can do in life. Such an individual totem is named Bala, spirit companion, or Jarawajera, the meat totem that is within him. There is a strict prohibition against eating your totem because breach of the taboo carries with it sickness and death. It is said to eat your Jarawijewa is the same as if you were to eat your own flesh or that of your father. So how many people are violating these taboos? Let's look at the Papua, the No people of Papua New Guinea. Patrilineal groups are spread all over the villages, and their totem, they believe that especially fish is one of their totems, and that their children have given an opportunity during initiation to decide whether they want to go patrilineal or matrilineal totem-wise. So straightforward, it's clear. Let's look at the Iban in Malaysia. They look like this. They are Africans, they are Bantus, they've got totems. And some of their popular totems are animals, and their dead relatives come back, identify an animal in which they want to manifest, just like why and how we have bulls, specific bulls in amongst our talk that is given that ancestral connection. There it is called protector spirit or Ngarong or Mzimu or Amadloz. That's straight clear. Let's look at the Biho. They've got 37 clans based on 10 animals or plants as totems. The Biho think that the temperamental or physical similarity between the members of their clan and their totems is what comes from their totems. Clear, straightforward. So why do you need your totems? To activate your identity. Need I say more? Nah. Where are your totems? They are buried inside your blood. What is your totem? Totem is an animal, plant, or natural object that is connected as an emblem or as your tribal, traditional identifying symbol or animal. A totem represents a mystical, a ritual bond of unity within the group. In prehistoric societies, totems were key symbols of religion, spirituality, social cohesion. They were also important tools for cultural and educational transmission. You need your totems. To supplement your knowledge about your totems and how you can identify your totems and how you can activate partially your totems, you need to read this book. There are no totemless Africans. It's written in a way that those that know and that they have identified their totems will enhance it. Those that have no knowledge about their totems, even the primary knowledge, will really understand some of the issues that we put in this book. It's not written straightforward. It's written in a manner of providing the codes. Indeed, totems matters much. If you are an African or of African or black heritage, a Negro or a Bantu or an indigenous person somewhere on earth, you have totems inside and around you. The one choice you have is to activate or not activate them, to use them or not to use them. Totems come with a package of being born African or black, from your ancestry or mixed parentage or one drop of black blood. As long as that black blood flows in you, you can never wash away or wish away totems. Even if you convert, even if you are a pastor, even if you are to become the Pope, the greatest imam on earth, The trouble and the problems that we have is because of the background of neglecting or not activating our totems, individually or as group. But as group, we have all violated taboos connected with our totems. We eat our totems, we abuse our totems, we don't respect other people's totems, we kill people willy-nilly, we abuse them, we have evil thoughts amongst ourselves. So these are our problems. To solve these problems and to deal with them, subscribe to our channel, Hamiti Buru Ethics, Maarifado Development Organization, and send us an email to join@maarifado.com. Yebo Mahlabe Zulu, siyabonga. This is Preacher Rabbi LM Dumizulu. Goodbye.